Earnings results published. July 30, 2020 at 6:42 p.m. ET. Apple reports more than $11 billion in profit and nearly $60 billion in revenue, destroying expectations as stock heads for 4-to-1 split. Apple relied heavily on online channels in the June quarter as it was forced to temporarily shut stores due to the pandemic. Apple Inc. brushed off the COVID-19 crisis to report record results Thursday, and the company said it plans to split its stock in an attempt to make it more accessible to a broader base of investors. Apple shares AAPL, plus 1.21%, gained 5.8% in after-hours trading, pushing shares higher than $400, a level the stock has never eclipsed in regular trading. The company beat expectations across the board with its fiscal third quarter results, which marked a record for the June period. Smartphone sales benefited from the launch of the iPhone SE in April, the distribution of stimulus payments, and a relaxation of shelter-in-place restrictions, driving improved performance in May and June relative to April. Read, pandemic. Antitrust? Doesn't matter to big tech, which just reported nearly $200 billion in sales. We've been having a strong cycle with the iPhone 11 and the 11 Pro, and so when you combine a strong cycle plus an iPhone SE launch plus the reopening of the stores etc., I think there were a lot of things that were going in the right direction there, Chief Executive Tim Cook said on Apple's earnings call. He added that the iPhone SE seemed to appeal to some people that were holding onto the device a little longer because they wanted a smaller form factor phone. At the same time, the company saw negative impacts to the iPhone and wearables categories from store closures, as well as to its AppleCare insurance product, which is a part of the services segment. Apple was forced to temporarily shut its stores outside of China in March due to the pandemic, and while it began gradually reopening some of its locations toward the end of May, it then moved to reclose some of them in states where the crisis was worsening. Don't miss, Amazon promised to spend all its profit amid pandemic, but ended up with record earnings instead. The iPad and Mac segments got a boost from work from home trends, and Apple said it faced product shortages as it attempted to meet demand. Cook said that it certainly looks like the company is set to have a strong back-to-school season. Apple's revenue for the quarter rose to $59.7 billion from $53.81 billion, while the FactSet consensus was for $52.24 billion. Net income came in at $11.25 billion, or $2.58 a share, up from $10.04 billion, or $2.18 a share, in the year prior quarter. Analysts surveyed by FactSet had been anticipating $2.05 a share.